That's good. Okay. Praise the Lord. You're welcome, everybody. Let me quickly say something about the Great Commission TGC network. How many of you know that? What is the prophetic theme for this year? Show of hands. You see, it is not just a point. My talk is actually on the role of team network and team spirit in experiencing the new dawn. There are two ways for you to experience the new dawn. You, a member of TGC, you must experience it. And then the people in the world must also experience it. Do you understand me? So, when we say the prophetic theme for 2024, all right, it is new dawn, new lights. Now, the topic or the training that my own is focused on is for you to know the role of team network and team spirit. Please move the slide to page 6 and leave it on page 6. We need to keep our eyes on it. I think most of us, we know or we assume to know what teamwork really is, right? And we also know what team spirit is. If you listen to the talk on the president where he mentioned 2 scriptures, what was the first anchor scripture of the ministry? Mark chapter 16, verse 15. That really, if you look at it very well, that is talking about the teamwork nature of the ministry. God is saying we should go and preach the gospel. That is the work of the network. You should go. Now, what is the spirit of the ministry? If you look at John, right? 15, 16. What does he should do? God said that the one that brought into the team, I've picked you, I ordained you, and I'm not sending you out to go again, but this time you will go and bring fruit. It's extremely important that you understand these 2 elements of the network. It's extremely important. There's another concept that is not very popular, well known by people. It is called team words. The president was saying, there are words that are unique to teams. In TGC, you must know your team words. You understand? It is our year of new dawn, new lights. That's our year. Those are team words. You understand? Like another word for us is evangelism. It's not just a casual word. It is part of the words that form what we call echo system. Another team word for TGC is crusade. Another team word for TGC is outreach. There are other team words like the fear of God. Another team word is integrity. You cannot do TGC work with the integrity of the president. You do it with your own personal integrity. Jesus died for you, not for one man alone. Another word is relationship. These are words that are placed to be everyday words, but for us in TGC, these are our team words. Another word, excellence. They must be reflective in our daily lives. You don't wait for training to be organized for you to train yourself and retrain yourselves on whatever these words mean to you. Because the benefit of the video is personal. You understand? You see, the way things are changing on daily basis, your life too may be changing in newness on daily basis. So, for the purpose of this class, we are looking at team work and team spirits. The way I picture this thing is like a bird that wants to fly. There is the head, communication. There are the wings. There is the leg, and there is the tail. Okay? So, the head, communication, the tail, connections. But you see, with creativity and credibility, you cannot fly. See, if this ministry loses credibility, people will not want to come for anything we are doing. If you lose credibility, if you sway away, like we have made it openly clear, it is not a church. You understand? So we must not pretend and act like church when we know that, but we collaborate, we network, we form strategic alliances with churches that are like-minded, that have common with us. People that know that salvation is not only for people in the forward, but is outside. People that want to go outside and bring souls into the kingdom, not into denominations. So these are the things we train ourselves for, and these are the people we form alliances with. So, training is about skills, it's not teaching. Training is about skills acquisition. What is team work? And what is a team spirit? For you to experience the new reality, if you lose credibility, people will think your new story is fake. And they create, see, if you look at TGC, we must be creative. We must find new ways to bring new people into the kingdom. We must find new creative ways and credible ways. We must not only come to bring souls into the kingdom. And these people that we are bringing in, we need them to experience divine royalty. We want them to experience what we call the new dawn. Only see, he said, I will do new things. If you are already in the wilderness, I will take you out of the wilderness. If you are already in the desert, I will take you out of the desert. So the new things that God is actually preparing, not only for their ministry, but for the people all over the world that we are taking the gospel to, they too must experience what we call the new dawn. So, what is team work? What is team work? He said, we know that all things work together. So that is what teamwork is talking about. The team and work. Our work for this year is new dawn, new light. But our work for the next 3 years is already clearly in place. So when we do the assignments to a team, that is where teamwork comes in. Because a team is basically a group of people that has been assigned something to do. When we don't give people things to do, we cannot call them a team. As you are now, you can't claim to be a team just because you're in one room. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it is the work, the assignment, the common goals and common objectives of the people. Of course, you have a time frame. That is where teamwork comes on board. You are here, you have your own businesses. You are here, you are a paid employment. You belong to different departments. See, when you bring people together on the basis of ethnicity, you don't have a team. They're not like Yoruba team or Igbo team or the Christian team. No. It is the assignment you give to them. That's what makes them a team. Two things are actually heavy in my heart, even as I stand here and speak to you. Recently, two major things have happened in Nigeria. The first one, and I want to give that lessons for you to understand what teams basically are. There, you know, we have about 25 banks in Nigeria now, and they have 24 months. Alright, between the 1st of April 2024 to the 31st of March 2026 to raise how many billions? 500 billions each bank, not shareholders' funds. The other than what we have, what are they saying? Nigeria is saying that between now and year 2030, we want to have a $1 trillion economy. And to do that, our banks must have the capacity to support the growth of the economy. It is clear. I have the circular. It's important to me. So now, for banks to survive, to retain their license, to either operate either as an international bank, 500 billion naira, a national bank, 200 billion naira, or a regional bank, 50 billion naira. It is now the task of the management team to make sure they raise that capital. It is not the work of the gate man. As I'm saying this now, I want to be thinking about what is your role in the department like President basically said. You understand? What is your role in the things you belong to, in your either garden or chapter, to make sure that the assignment that God has given to us of making sure that people all over the world experience His new dawn and His new light. What will be your role in the team? Attendance is not by appearance nature arrow. We are doing our 10th anniversary. What is your open role or what is your secret role in making sure that we don't experience shame? In making sure that our 10 years does not look like 1 year experience. A role. Communication is extremely important in understanding what teamwork is. We must communicate. The first 1 hour there, he was communicating the vision, our core values. He was communicating. We constantly have to communicate. If not, we lose the sense of our team work. We constantly have to communicate. You are head of a department. Constantly communicate the monthly objective, the quarterly objective, the yearly objective with other team members. Communication is very, very important. One of the breakdown in teams is always communication gap, communication mishap. If the defender and the goalkeeper don't communicate very well, goals can easily enter from opposition. So communication, and don't miscommunicate. You understand? Don't miscommunicate. Communication is very important. Then another one is creativity. It's another team work. Part of the expression of a team is creativity. How does creativity, come into this place? For you to win souls, there are some people who are in churches, they are not committed. There are some people who are giving their life, they've lost their salvation. You have to tell them, the Bible says that if you get this thing before and you lose it, to come back is extremely difficult. So you have to find creative ways. You and your team, you have to find creative ways to make sure you bring people. See, God said, I will call them and I will ordain them. There's something I like reading over every year and every month. In the beginning, God created heaven and the earth. In the beginning. So, in April, which also a new beginning for you, to say that after this training is over, it is my prayer that you will have tangible, visible skills that will enable you to function in anything where you find yourself. Because I was thinking about my family as a team. The one between me, my wife, and my son. Me and my son as a team. The team I have in my business. So going back to that second part I talked about. So the management team have to find a way to raise the money. There's also other one again too. There's this other guy who just lost his life in a boat ride. Now, there's a promotion crew that was responsible for making sure that everything that is needed by every member in the production team should have. Those basic minimum things like a life jacket were not made available. That is the error of the production team. In this ministry, we're supposed to have several teams, like the administrative team. If things go wrong administratively, we hold the administrative team responsible. We also have leadership team. If things go wrong in terms of direction, we hold the leadership team responsible. We hold the leader responsible. We hold the team responsible. Do you understand me? You don't hold the leader responsible. The leader is the head, but it's not the team. You see, the meaning of leadership or organizations like this is that you are made of senior leaders. One of the things that helped me in TGC is that I consider myself and I know and I go with the mentality that I'm a leader. I lead from first the department that is assigned to me and the work I am assigned to. That's what I'm saying. So when things fail there, you blame production team. When things fail there, you don't want to raise the money, you blame management team. So when we talk about communication as an important role that communication plays in what you call the new dawn reality. And then another role, that teamwork plays in us to realize, to experience that new dawn is credibility. Another role that teamwork plays is creativity. Now let's talk about team spirit. The difference between teamwork and team spirit, there's a difference. The primary work of teamwork is to make sure that everything is working. The work of the team spirit is to make sure that we are living. Team spirit takes care of the living part of the team. That is the spirit. If there is no coordination, if there is no cooperation, if there is no connection is as good as the body. Without works, the what? Spirit is dead. Without work. If you take work out, it also is good as dead. So it's extremely important that we understand that we need to cooperate. We need to cooperate. Not only with outsiders, cooperate with our other team members. That is the spirit of teamwork, cooperation. You understand? Cooperation. We need to cooperate. And don't look at these words as just scattered words. You need to internalize them. What is collaboration? What is cooperation? There's an operation that all of us must see as our common operation and play our roles in them. You understand? So we must cooperate. You know? And then coordination. Somebody is coordinating your center. Somebody is coordinating the team. Making sure that everything is in alignment. And then of course, connection. See, if the people do not see the correlation between your action and your utterance, they will disconnect. Every HORO message must reflect evangelism, crusade, and outreach. There's another part that is many people don't too much understand. We also have conferences. It plays a role. We call it fire conference. There are times we have power conference. There are times we have fire conferences. You understand? These are legs and wings of what we do. So, how many moments do I have? So, when I ask you a question, there's two people. See, I've given you some ideas as to what team words are. In this ministry, what are the unique team words of this ministry? Evangelism, crusade, outreach, fear of God, integrity, relationship excellence, you know. So, please, it's extremely important that we understand what these things are, because these are the things that will help us to better experience the new day reality, new life reality. These are the things that can actually take us out of the wilderness, take us out of the desert. Once in a while, we find ourselves in the wilderness. Once in a while. At times it could be in the morning, at times it could be while we are sleeping. There's hardly any believer that I know that have not experienced what they call the wilderness experience. So, but the work of teamwork is to bring us out of those wilderness experiences. So it's extremely important that we work as teams, not as lone rangers. We work as teams, and then we also cooperate with the team spirit. As a leader, nothing is as frustrating as people not cooperating with you. Especially if the vision is clear, and there is no selfishness or self-centeredness in the way you lead. You try your best to follow up on people. And then people don't reciprocate simple things like cooperation. Not cooperating, you understand, can be very frustrating. Because when a man is not a team, spirit, body, and soul is not a team. You understand what I'm saying? So it's very frustrating when people don't cooperate with you. It's very frustrating when people try to destroy your integrity. People thinking you come to ministry, you come for fellowship, you are filled, you are dedicated, you want to aspire high service to it. It can be very frustrating. But you know what? Keep your eye on the new door. Keep your eye on the new lights. And as you do that, I can guarantee you, because those are all things work together for good, for the people that do what? Love God. Not people that love gossip. Not people that love miscommunication. They say come for. One of the tests of this training is during this anniversary. If you don't get as a team, I will know. Online, people are following us and they expect a lot from us. Offline, people are following. Prayer partners around this area should not have more patronage than us. Because their operations contribute to the destruction of men more than the, you understand? So, if you have questions, the parents are available to ask questions about the vision, about the mission, about the core values, about your own role and how to find yourself in the DGC vision. Ask your questions. And if you also have questions about what do you mean by connection as team spirit? What do you understand by cooperation? How do I cooperate with a difficult person? Because some leaders are very difficult. How do I, if I have a leader who is my coordinator and I'm a subordinate, and this is what to defraud the system and I'm privy to it, how do I cooperate with that kind of a person? Not to defraud. You get it? So I hope you understand. You know? So think about the role of teamwork and team spirit in experiencing the new term. See, it is real. Like I always say, I love my witness. Since I married, new things happen to me every day. Good new things happens to me every day. New. If you have an open heart towards your leaders, you always get cooperation from your leaders. That's what I'm saying. We live in a time and we live in a world where you cannot work in isolation. You must be part of a network. You must be part of a living network. You must be part of a growing network. And one of the hallmark of a great network is a great teamwork, is a great team spirit. God bless you.
How many people are hands?